Morning. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Love 500. And welcome back to a possible new project. Today we're watching numerous cars on Copart. Most of them are at Sandwich. Some of them are at Rochford. Both my local sites. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we get at least one of these cars. Well, not at least one. I'm only going to buy one because I've still got two, of course. But yeah, fingers crossed we get one of these cars. First up, I think, is a nice black Sport. So we're going to go straight into it now, and we'll see you at the other end. So I've got several cars I'm going to be bidding on today. This one is the first one up, which is up in about 10 minutes. So as you can see, it's a black Sport, 13 plate black Sport. There's not much in the way of damage to it. I'm trying to work out what it says on the windscreen here. I think it says, do not close bonnet, battery dead. And then it says, I don't know if it's door something doesn't work. Door, I don't know, tumblers. Can't quite work out what that says. I need to look at the high res image. That might give me more of an idea. But they've obviously got, maybe that's why they've got the window open so they can unlock the door from inside. There's not that much wrong with it. And I think at the moment, the reason it's cheap, which I'll show you in a second. So the reason it's cheap is because the Speedo shows 128,000. What I've discovered on the MOT is, although you can't actually see it on there, that's actually kilometres. So Copart are listing that as 128,000 miles, and you can just about see there it says km, not m. So someone has changed it to kilometres. 128,000 kilometres is only 78,000 miles. So if no one has done a check, people bidding have not done a check on that on the MOT history, they will think it's done 128,000 miles. So maybe you think we won't bid on that, it's a bit too high. But at 78,000 miles, which it is, it's obviously worth buying. So at the moment it's 1,150 or 1,250, something like that. And it's up in about 10 minutes. So I'm hoping, 1,200 at the moment, yeah. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get that. So that will be really, really good, quick turnaround. And I've got someone who wants a black Sport, funnily enough. So that will be great. So it's obviously going to need a new battery if the battery's dead. But apart from that, it doesn't look like there's much wrong with it. There's something going on with the bumper, but I'm not quite sure what. But apart from that, unless it's stuff that I can't see, because you can't always see it on the black cars, there's nothing. If it is, there's nothing major, that's for sure. I don't think there's anything. No, there's nothing under special notes or additional info. So I suspect that is only bid at 1,200 because of that. So we're going to come back shortly. So I've got a few that I'm bidding on today. The Abarth I'm just watching. I'm not going to bid on that, but there's quite a few coming up today. Most of them in Sandwich. But this one, which is also in Sandwich in a different lane, is the first one. It's number 27 or 2227, and I think we're on 2205 at the moment. So we'll come back once this is up for auction.
Your watch item is next on the block.
Right, here we go. It's at 1,500 now. So we're going to go 1,550. Someone's outbid me straight away. Someone else bid. I'm winning at 1,700. Come on, don't bid. I want it for 1,700. Ugh. Last bid. Last bid. Am I going to get it for 18? Ugh. No, they can have it 1,900. Too much, typical. So it's a 1.9 currently. Still not a bad price, but
bonus time.
Can add 250 quid to that for fees. So it just pushes it over the 2,000 mark.
Bonus time.
The pure sale as well. It's a shame. Yeah, 1,900. Oh well, never mind. I've got a pop coming up in a minute. It's...
Sold on approval.
I don't know how long till this one comes up. It's going to be up any second, so I'm not going to have time to explain it. Right, so yeah, it's a 2010 pop with 72,000 on it. Not much wrong with it. It's got a bit of needs a new back bumper. You can see there. It's got a dent in the rear hatch, and it's got a dent in the sill there. So not much damage, but it's only at 775.
Bonus time.
And it'll be up in a second. So we're going to have a bid on that. If not that one, there's a few others. We'll see how it goes.
Sold.
Right, here we go.
Your watch item is next on the block.
So we're going to bid 775. See if anyone else is going to... Oh no, bid 800. It's already 775. So we'll bid 800. Someone immediately outbid me. 825. Someone win it. Bid 900. Anyone going to outbid me? Sold. Yay! Sold. Got it. I was going to bid on this one as well, but as I've just won the pop, I won't. Don't tell me this one's going to go for 1,150. This is a much better car than that pop that I've just bought.
Bonus time.
Right, don't tell me it's going to go for 1,200, about 1,150. Looks like it. Oh, 1,200, someone else has bid. I want this to go for more money now, because I wanted to buy this one. 1,250.
Bonus time.
It's a pure sale as well. They all seem to be pure sale today. No reserves. Still going up. 1,300. Good old bonus time.
Bonus time.
Don't think anyone else is going to bid. Suspense. There it is, sold 1,300. I would have paid that for it. Oh well, wasn't to be. That's a good price though for that one. What else we got coming up today? We got any more? Oh, we got the Arbath coming up, and also got this other pop, which I think is already at £900. What was wrong with this one? Looks okay at the front. The side looks fine. Oh yeah, I'm sure I've seen this one before. It needs a new bumper and a new boot, similar to the one that I've bought, which is on the other side, although of course the one I've just bought needs the seal doing as well. But yeah, that looks like what's wrong with that one, but it's already more than the one I've just bought. Lower mileage, but yeah, that's nothing. Obviously, is it a mirror? It's just a mirror. That's it. So that is currently 900, which is what I paid. So that comes up 107. So I think that one will be up shortly. So we'll watch that one as well. Let me just see where we are. 82. So we'll come back when it gets to it. Copart to find out how much delivery will be, and I've got a quote. I'll show you that in a minute. So I thought I'd go on to Shipley. Now I've only given this about 45 minutes, but the quotes from Rochford to me are coming in at 173 and 174, which are ridiculous amounts of money. I normally pay £85 for my normal bloke who's on. Yes, please. Cup of tea that was. Who's on holiday at the moment, so obviously you can't do it. So I thought I'd give Shipley a go. Now I'm under no illusion that will go down, because obviously everyone else sees what everyone else is bidding, and then they review their quote. So the quote I've got direct from Copart is £120 plus VAT. Bear in mind I normally pay 85. Paying that 85 because Copart have put up their loading fee up from £15 to £40. You obviously have to pay that on top. So the £85 plus the £40. Their quote is £120 plus VAT. So what's that? That's another £24. So that's £144. Take off the £40, and that's £104. So it's not that much more. It's what, £20 more than I would normally pay my normal fella. Those quotes coming in at £173 is just stupid. As I say, I know they will go down, but I've just emailed. I got an interesting email from them actually. Let me just scroll down to it. I said, and of course you will deduct the £40 loading fee, and her reply to that was, if that's what it says on the website, then of course we will. You think she would know? So it's almost like you have to ask, otherwise they just leave it on there. So I think unsuspecting people will not realise. So if you do buy a car from Copart and they deliver it, make sure they take that £40 off your invoice, because you'll end up paying £40 more than you should. The same thing happened when I bought, I think it was the black convertible. Exactly the same thing happened. I got the invoice, well, exactly the same. I got the invoice with delivery on it, £40 was still on there. I emailed them and they took it off. But they should have taken it off to start with. So they are, well, we all know that Copart are bandits, but it is what it is, I guess. So today's car, as you saw me win it earlier, today's car I got for £900 plus fees. I think it comes out at 1122 plus the delivery, obviously. So that is the same age, high mileage, a fair bit higher mileage than the white pop I bought recently with the sunroof. Yeah, okay, it's got a sunroof. Damage was much worse on that. That was, you know, complete front end, whereas this one is just a rear hatch, a rear bumper, and the dent in the sill, which I'm going to attempt to do myself. But I got this one for 900, and that one I paid, what was it, 1450, no, 1600 I think it was, wasn't it? So it's getting on for double. I paid getting on for double for that one, for the same age car. So I should know better myself, really, because, you know, I've bought a lot of these cars now. This is number 56. I think it's 56. Most of those are from Copart. Certainly 40 of them are from Copart, that's for sure. So I should have known better. And it just shows you how you can, if there's nothing available and you're bidding on stuff and it gets too expensive, and sometimes you just get, I want a car. I was lucky that Grant at Salvage Flippers let me buy the red one that is almost done, for what it cost him, which was 1300 and something. And obviously I'm going to make a reasonable profit out of that one. But buying one for 1600 quid, I think it was that plus fees. I think it was, and the money I've had to spend on it, I'll be lucky to make £200 profit on it. So it's in the body shop at the moment, them sorting out the bonnet alignment, because I just couldn't do it. I gave up on it in the end. Occasionally that happens where I just can't do it no matter what I try. So yeah, if you're bidding for a car for yourself and you're going to do it up and keep it, like I did with the Abarth, then sometimes, you know, you can afford to pay a bit more, because you're not going to then sell it to make profit. But if you're going to sell it, if you're going to buy it to do it up and sell it, you've got to make it worth your while to do it. So you need to do what I don't do, and that's which I'm trying to do, is be a little bit more careful about what you bid on. Especially like today, there were 6 or 7 cars that I could have bid on. A couple of them I stopped bidding because they were getting too high. But there were 2 others that followed it, which I think you'll see in the video before this, that I wish I bought. The light blue one, which I think was a lounge. I've forgotten what it went for now, but I think it went for 1300 plus fees, obviously. But that's a good price. And there was one last week that went for 1300 as well. But others have been going. Yesterday there was one that went for 1900. Similar sort of car. So it does vary day by day. You can never tell what they're going to go for, and you can't really go by what they are before the auction. Now, we don't know, I'm not sure what happens with these auctions, because too many people bid. We've talked about this before, but too many people bid before the actual auction starts. And even in like the 10-15 minutes before the auction starts, it keeps going up and up and up and up, which all that does is push up the price for whoever wins it. It's a little bit different sometimes if there's a reserve on it, because you can try and sort of bid up and get to the reserve to try and find out what that reserve is. But of course, until the auction ends, you don't know what the reserve is. But yeah, bidding ahead of a live auction. I know some people do it. I've done it a couple of times myself where I've bid like £200 just on the off chance that someone don't bid, and I get it for £200. Invariably, most of the time, that doesn't happen. But that's fine. But when you've got a car starting off at £100 or naught, they usually start off at naught, and it goes 100, 200, 400, 500, 600, 1,000. It's just crazy. It just pushes the price up for everybody and just makes it not worthwhile. And of course, people who do this for a living, I'm lucky I don't do it for a living. People who do it for a living are struggling now because they can't get cars at a reasonable amount of money that they can then make a decent profit out of, and they don't put food on the table for people, does it? So obviously videos like mine, I know I've had a message yesterday on YouTube where someone had said he'd been inspired by my videos to have a go himself, and he's bought the car now. So the invoice has come through now, so they've added the delivery to it. So this is how it works. So we got sale price £900, buyer fee of £125. That's the fee that varies depending on the value of the sale price. Loading fee £40. They've then deducted the £40. Virtual bid fee of £20, so they charge you for bidding online, even though that's the only way you can bid. VAT charges, so you don't get paid VAT on the sale price of the car, but you pay VAT on the buyer fee, the loading fee, and so on. So they've charged £37 VAT, and then they've charged £78 for delivery plus VAT of £15.60. Additional delivery £42. So what I reckon it is, I reckon the driver who delivers it, or the company that they use that delivers it, gets paid the £78. Possibly they get the £15.60 VAT as well. And then the additional delivery cost plus VAT is what they charge, is their little rake off. So they're getting 42 quid for doing nothing, plus £8.40. And then they've refunded me £8 in VAT, so not quite sure what that is. But so we got a due price of £1,218. So it bumps up from 900 up to 1218. But at least that's delivered. And then it's been confirmed that they will call me. Once I've paid, they'll call me at some point in the very near future, hopefully, and arrange for it to be delivered. You just have to be a little bit careful on what you buy and how carried away you get with your bidding. Set yourself a budget, try not to go over it. As tempting as it is sometimes, you know, it's going up in £50 increments, you think, oh, another £50, then someone outbids you another £50. Before you know it, you've won it, but for an exorbitant price. And of course, you do need to take into account the fees. So you've got bidding fee, virtual bid fee, I think they call it, which is 20 quid, I think. And you've now got the loading charge, which is £40, as we just spoke about. And then their actual fees varies depending on the value of the car. If you go to the Copart website, you can look at their fees, you can see what they are. It's like a sliding scale. Unless they've changed it, unless you buy more than 10 cars a year from them, you pay more in fees. I buy more than 10 years, so I pay the lower fees. But they've also done away with the preferred payment method discount. If you paid by debit card or bank transfer, you used to get about, the value of the cars I buy, you get about £120 discount. They've done away with that. Someone has said that everyone pays the lower price now. I'm not convinced that's the case, knowing what Copart are like. So it's a bit difficult to work out now. If I look back at previous invoices, I might be able to work it out, but that's what someone said. So I hope that's correct. But because of that, because I've got quite a few cars at the moment, and I've bought this one, as I'm not getting a preferred payment discount, I thought I might as well use my credit card. Might as well use someone else's money and then pay it off in a month's time, if I'm not getting a discount for using debit card. So yeah, that's where we are with Copart. So I've emailed Copart back just before I started this little clip and said, please add the delivery charge to my bill, to my invoice, and remove the £40 loading fee. I'm just waiting for that to come through, and then I'll pay that. So, and then I'm assuming they're still going the same as they were throughout the highlight of COVID, is you just sit and wait for a phone call for them to say we can deliver it on this day. The last time I did that, it was quite good. They delivered it, I think it was about 5 or 6 days later. I got a call, and then it came like 2 days after that. So it's not as quick as if you use your own person, because when I use my usual fella, Gallin, he the last one, he picked up the next morning, because the Rochford one is close to him because he lives in East London, so it was good for him to be there first thing in the morning when they open and get it. And there's no waiting anymore because you book a slot now. The driver who picks it up books a slot, so there's no waiting around for 3 or 4 hours like some people have had to do in the past. But of course that's not bringing going by that Shipley quote, that's not bringing the prices that people are trying to get for it. But anyway, I'm waffling on now about Copart and Shipley and so on, so we'll end this video for now. Hopefully you found those videos useful of the Copart stuff, and we'll see you again. We've got the white one coming up again soon. I've got a few videos I did the other day of the white one. Obviously it's in the paint shop. When I get it back from the paint shop with the bonnet sorted, I'll finish that video off, but you'll see another video on the new pop that we've just been talking about whenever it comes, whenever that is. I don't know when that's going to be. Hopefully it'll be this week, but I won't hold my breath for that. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button just there, and over here hit that notification bell, and you'll be told when we get new videos uploaded. You'll be emailed and notified on the app and so on as to when we upload stuff, so it saves you looking. So once again, thanks for watching, stay safe, and as someone else says, be lucky. Laters.